Behind the flashing lights, sold-out concerts, and global domination, a storm was brewing. A storm powerful enough to shake the very foundation of the world's most unstoppable music group. Tonight, we uncover the secret lawsuit that nearly tore everything apart. In a shadowy corporate boardroom, executives gathered in silence. On the table lay a single contract, thick with hidden clauses and dangerous promises. It wasn't just business, it was the beginning of betrayal. A trembling hand pressed the pen into paper. Every stroke of ink sealed a deal that would later explode into chaos. Some contracts build empires, others destroy them. Above the city skyline, the glass tower of power gleamed. But storms were forming both in the sky, and inside its walls. What looked like success from the outside was in reality, the start of war. Inside a lawyer's office, evidence stacked high. Stamped papers, unsigned deals, and confidential emails told a darker story, one the world was never meant to see. Outside the agency building, security tightened. Guards stood watch like silent statues. Something was happening inside, something they were desperate to keep hidden. In the rehearsal room, the young performers struggled to focus. Music played, but their eyes told another story: fear, tension, and a silence heavy with unspoken truth. And then it leaked. A phone lit up, private messages spilling across social media. Notifications exploded, fans demanded answers. Once a secret, now a storm, unstoppable. Crowds gathered outside the agency, holding glowing signs, chanting through the night. The fans had chosen their side, but even they didn't know the full truth. In the courtroom, silence echoed. The judge's bench sat empty, the gavel waiting. Justice hadn't spoken yet, but it soon would. On a desk, the evidence lay in ruins, torn contracts, ripped apart by anger. Promises shattered. Trust destroyed. A luxury van pulled up to the back of the agency. Paparazzi swarmed, flashes cut through the night. Someone inside wanted to be invisible, but the world was watching. The press waited, but no one came. Rows of empty chairs, microphones untouched. Silence louder than any answer. In a dimly lit studio, one figure sat alone. Music sheets scattered, headphones hanging. The sound of success had turned into the echo of isolation. A hand gripped the microphone, shaking. For years, this mic carried joy and triumph. Now, it carried only fear. In the arena, thousands of fans raised their light sticks. But instead of celebration, their faces showed pain, confusion, and unanswered questions. Behind closed doors, one folder sat on a table. Stamped in bold red letters, confidential. Inside, the truth that could bring the empire to its knees. On a rooftop high above the city, two figures argued under the neon glow. Words were lost to the wind, but their rage was unmistakable. This wasn't just business. It was betrayal. Across the globe, TV anchors spoke the words fans never thought they'd hear. Breaking news, the lawsuit is real. The story had escaped the shadows. In the courtroom, evidence piled high. Lawyers clashed, voices rose, and the world listened. The empire's secrets were now public property. In a hidden office, an inbox overflowed. Threats, demands, warnings, all screaming in red. The digital war had begun. In a luxury apartment high above the city, a glass of whiskey sat untouched. Outside, the city sparkled. Inside, only silence remained. In a metal trash can, flames consumed the evidence. A contract turned to ash, proof erased, but truth never forgotten. A camera flash cut through the night. Silhouettes froze in time. Every secret, every lie, caught in one blinding shot. And then, the stage stood empty. A single microphone under the spotlight. No music. No cheers. Just silence. The lawsuit had changed everything. This was more than a lawsuit. It was a battle for freedom, for truth, and for survival in an industry built on shadows. The world may never know the full story, but one thing is clear, even the brightest stars can be threatened by the darkest secrets. If you want more untold stories, hidden scandals, and the truths they don't want you to hear, subscribe now. Because this is only the beginning.